guys, Janis King here from Tarot Reading London with my monthly update for June 2021. And as is my practice, I've taken 4 cards to help guide us through the month so that we can work most effectively with the energies at play in every month. So I asked 4 questions, and the first question that I asked was, what energy should we be guided by for the month of June? And the card that I drew in response to that was the King of Wands, one of my favorite cards. I love the Wands suit. It's the suit of fire. It's a very proactive, inspirational, creative suit, exciting, and lots of creative Wands energy really works well for me. And the King particularly has mastery over that suit. So the King affects the world around us. It basically is how we inspire other people to make our vision come true. So the King has mastery over his external landscape. So this is all about inspiring other people to bring your vision to life. Now, the King of Wands has got a huge link with entrepreneurialism. It has that whole kind of get up and go energy to it. So if you have had the idea that you want to set up on your own, start a bit of a new business, or there are just changes that you want to make in your life which are going to affect the people around you, this month is a really good month to start getting that energy going, to start getting that engine moving. And it is very much about inspiring the people around you and getting them on board with what you want and your vision. Now, when we talk about creativity, because Wands is all about creativity, we often think about the arts. We may think about, painting, music, media, all of that. But in tarot, creativity means so much more. It's about creating within our life. In fact, it's about creating the landscape of our lives, the world that we actually live in. What are we going to create within our actual world? So the creation of our life. Now, you could take that and look at that on a broader level, and you could say maybe it's a big picture question. What are we going to create in our world, in our life, in our community? Is there any way you can step up as a leader? Is there any way that you can inspire other people to make things better? As this is an energy reading, now would be a great time for us to actually do that, step up and be proactive in our community, but it could also be in our personal lives as well. Who do we have to inspire in our personal lives to make things better for us? Because each one of the kings is really still sort of quite interested in his own environment. So within your own life, what is it you want to change? What is it you're inspired to do? Might be a business, might be something else entirely, but the King of Wands is telling you that now is the time to start taking that seriously and to start putting some of the planning and the vision in place. Now, the next question I asked was, what are we going to be challenged by in June? And another Wands card, the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is all about stabilization. And that, on the face of it, is a good thing. It's what we all want. We want things to get stabilized. So why are we going to be challenged by that in June? Well, I think, again, there's this idea of this sort of revving engine in the background, isn't there? That we all want to be moving forward in some way. And the King of Wands tells you it's a good time to jump on that energy, but in a controlled and masterful way. And we're going to be challenged by the feeling that very possibly we might feel that things have reached a bit of a plateau this month. Stabilization will challenge us. So while actually, as an energy, it's a positive energy. It's a place from which we can build. It may feel like things aren't moving fast enough. It could also affect you in a different way. It could be that actually the stabilization has become a plateau and you feel disinclined to move from it. My instinct is it's the other. My instinct is that it will feel a bit like things are have reached a point, and it's a good point, but they're not moving fast enough beyond that. That's my instinct. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The next question was, what will definitely not serve us? What is an energy that we should avoid this month? And the card that I drew for that is the Fool. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because that might be that revving engine in the background that's going to make us feel like we just want to do something, right? We just want to be spontaneous. We don't want to plan it. We've had enough of sitting there thinking about it. What we actually want to do is just act, get it done, make a new start, do something spontaneous. But the Fool has the temptation for recklessness behind it. And there is this feeling this month that actually that's not going to be the way forward. We're challenged by the stabilization, so we're going to want to buck against that in some way and just do it. But the energy asks us to sit back on that and do it properly. The King of Wands is doing it properly. It's saying to take that energy seriously, but use it, harness it, okay? Keep it exciting, keep it fresh, keep it present, but don't just jump in. Don't just do something without thought and regret it afterwards, because that is the shadow of the Fool. So that's interesting. So what I asked in retrospect, how in retrospect will we see June? So what is almost like the defining energy of June? How will we see it? And I got the Hanged Man. And that in a way makes sense, doesn't it, of the entire reading, because the Hanged Man is a call for patience. And it does indeed tell us that maybe things aren't going to move as fast as we hope they will. And the Hanged Man asks us to let go of our personal stories, let go of how we think it should be, because actually things are playing out in a positive way. So if the need is that we need to wait, if the need is that we need to have a bit more patience, that's actually going to work in our favor. So one of the gifts of the Hanged Man is that if we can just adopt that bit of patience, if we can allow things to be as they are, not go into the Fool energy and not do anything that's going to be reckless or unplanned, there is a new perspective that comes with the Hanged Man, that comes with the waiting, that will serve us moving forward. So it tells us that by waiting, by having patience, we'll get a new perspective and we'll be able to do things more effectively as we move out of June. So I'm going to be very interested to see how all this pans out. And I'd be interested if you fed back to me your experience and how that resonates with you over the months ahead. So as always, I'm always here for a reading if you need one. In the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye and I will speak to you soon. But in the meantime, goodbye for now. See you later. Bye-bye.